Okay, we're going to dig a little bit deeper into this equation solving before we can really do those number tricks on our own. There's a couple of things. First is, what if we have two of the same uh, number unknown together? So this is like, and it's helpful to think about it in the terms of words. So you have a number, multiply it by 2, add 3, subtract your original number, and it is 11. So what is that number that was picked? Okay, so maybe even writing it down would be helpful. So pick a number, uh, multiply 2, add 3, subtract your original number, and it is 11, right? So kind of think about it in those terms. Now, you could try picking a bunch of numbers and see what you get. Let's see, if I try, how about 3? So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 3 is 9, minus my original number was 3. Is that equal to 11? No, I guess 6, which is not equal to 11. So my original number was not 3. But uh, that's one way you can do it, is guess a bunch of numbers until you get to it. Now, probably an easier way is to actually manipulate this side so that it can be a little bit simpler, and then I can um, guess my number, or I can do that undoing process, right? So how about if I have a number, I'm going to have 2 times a number, and then I'm going to subtract the original number. That's the same as if I had, you know, 2 times 3, and then I subtracted 3. Well, that's just 3, right? It's my original number. So 2 times 10 minus 10, that's just 10, right? So it's like I have 2 times something, and then I take away one of them, right? So 2 of them, and I take away one of them. I just had 1 the whole time. So this is called simplifying or regrouping, or combining like terms. And if you take everything that has the same variable attached to it and you group it together, so I rearrange this as 2n minus n plus 3, and remember addition is associative, so as long as I keep my sign with it, it's okay. So 2n minus n is just n plus 3 equals 11. Now this one's a little easier to guess, right? I can say, well, 8 plus 3 is 11, right? Or I can think, I want to undo adding 3, which is, to undo adding is to subtract. So if I take n plus 3 minus 3, that would be n plus 0, which would just be the number. And I have to do it to the other side as well. So 11 minus 3 is 8. So the original number was 8. And now to check to see if that works, I could plug it back into this original equation. So 2 times the number 8 plus 3 minus 8, does it equal 11? That's the question, right? So 2 times 8 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. 19 minus 8 is 11. So that checks out. Okay, so that's called combining like terms, or regrouping. Okay, so it goes by different names. Um, Next, what if we had a fraction attached to it? So we take a number, 2/3 of that number is 8. What is the original number, right? So I could think of it this way. If I had a box, so this is the number. 2/3 of it, so this amount of it is 8. Right, so what is that original number? Um, so you can think of, well, how much is in each box? If I take the box and I split it in two, each part would be 4, right? So this would also, like, because it's 2/3, each part's broken up equally, so this would have to also be 4. So the original number must have been 12. That's the way I can think about it. But what's another way we can do it? Thinking about the undoing method. If we undo multiplying by 2/3, if we undo multiplying by 2/3, we could divide by 2/3, right? So how do we divide by 2/3? the typical way is to multiply by the reciprocal, right? So we flip the fraction over and multiply, but um, what does that actually mean, right? Well, I have 8, right? I have 8 in here, and I want 1.5 times, right? I want 1.5 times uh, what that is, right? So that's what it means, is I want 1.5 times uh, what 8 is, right? It's because I split it in half, and then I want 3 of them, right? So I split it in half. So 8, half of 8 is 4, because I know there was 2, and then I want 3 of them, so that's 3 halves, or 1.5. So divide that out. 8 goes into 2 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. So I got my same result that I expected. And we could check our answer, right? Plug it back into the original. 2/3 times 12, is it equal to 8? So 2 times 12 is 24. Divided by 3 is 8, so that checks out. So that's how it works. That's just 2 examples of how we use rational numbers in solving equations, and regrouping or combining like terms.